Activate. It's the Pelon and Chubby Show with your hosts Rich Salas and Guy Murray, talking about comedy and everything that crosses their mind. It's the Pelon and Chubby Show.
And we're live.
Hello and good evening. Welcome to another episode of the Pelon and Chubby Show. I'm Rick Salas.
And I'm Guy Murray.
And we are solo cholos.
Two dos amigos.
All by ourselves. What a nice night. Jay took the night off to take the old lady Trixie out for a trot around the track. And Mark the blind guy is tap, finding his way here. Possibly. We don't know. You know, we might be going back to two of us. Just the two of us.
We can make it if we try. Just the two of us.
So we'll see.
Him and I.
No promises.
No big deal.
Either way, we're okay.
We're all right with it.
So we are working on trying to get a little more equipment for the show, dress it up a little bit, get the camera going. We need a better video camera and a little better sound, but that doesn't sound bad. I was listening to the show on Podbean, which honestly, sometimes I wonder why we're even on that. They don't even put us on the front page where people can search and find under comedy our show. They put other bullshit shows on there. So, I don't know why we even show that. And then it's not like we got a ton of followers on there. Or, I don't know. I think we're just kind of shooting ourselves in the foot on that thing.
No,
but
they said it's popularity, and those other shows get listeners. They've got followers. They've got more followers.
Yeah, but you look at some of them, and they don't have. You look at their numbers.
The episodes are down.
They don't have way more followers.
But we're good. We're on track for a year in.
Right.
We're doing things.
We just need people to go on there on Podbean and follow the show.
Follow.
And the more people we get on there, I guess they'll put us on the front page or whatever with the rest of those fucking donkeys.
We'll be there.
So this is episode number 49, if you're keeping track, or 48?
49.
So episode number 49, we're coming up on almost 1 year.
Oh, man, goodness.
Which, I don't know, it doesn't really feel like it's been a long time, but I guess when you're doing it once a week, 52 shows is a year.
Yeah, 52
And I think we had one casualty that didn't make it.
We had the podcast from the
Wildwood. And then we had a couple of that we threw in there that aren't official episodes, but they were specials for St. Patty's Day, I believe. Was one with 91 Octane. And New Year's Eve, yeah. So it's we're on schedule. Some of these places say it took 3-4 years for the shows to take off, like big. Which I listened to it, and I don't see why we're not on a grander scale. But we're not the ones to say. The people listening, the people that tune in, the people that make all the decisions out there to sponsor the shows and all that. They're the ones that say whether you're ready or not, just like I always talk about, when you're ready to headline.
Or in comedy, period, yeah. Or if even feature. I mean, shoot, I'll put you as an opener or take that bullet on every show.
It should we're not the ones to say, like, okay, yeah, we're ready. Somebody will tap us on the shoulder and say,
let us know.
You are ready. So.
Yeah, when the clubs are clamoring for you, they want you to come back, or if they are definitely looking for you, then you know when it's that time.
Yeah. So even though it's human nature to kind of say, whatever. Oops.
Well, you're gonna have to fix that before we call that. So.
Hold on.
You scared me. You scared me. Actually.
There we go. So it's not my place to say that. Yeah, we're ready or whatever. I feel like we are, but
What would it take for us to get to prime time, though? I mean, what elements? Because we got them right where we want them.
The big name guests. I think that makes a big difference. I think a lot of these guys get listeners because of the big name guests. I mean, if you're a household name and you're doing a podcast like a lot of these guys are now,
right?
then it doesn't matter who's on your show. People are going to tune in because they want to hear what you have to say. People don't know us. The people that know us, tune in and they're happy with the show.
They tolerate us.
But, that's only a handful of people or whatever. I think there's a number of somewhere in the 1,000 people, more or less, that are listening, that are not, say, like following, but they're paying. Like some they'll tune in one week and the next week they're not. So I mean, it's it is what it is. But I know there's a lot of play out there for people that, and like I don't want to ever come off as a hater of any kind.
Of course not.
Right?
No.
You know me, Guy, and I'm not. But I like to point out the obvious, and I'm not one to hold back what I think or say, sugarcoat it. And there's a lot of fucking dog shows that are getting a whole lot of popularity and a whole lot of listeners and stuff. And I don't believe they deserve it, man. And I don't want them to just give it to us because I think so.
Right.
I want to earn it. And I think over the last 50 weeks or so, I think we have earned it. And so I think good things are coming our way. So assalamu alaikum, my brother.
Alaikum salam.
Hey, good things are coming our way. We're gonna fucking burst through. Hey, we're like that little fucking seed you planted, guys, a long time ago, 8-9 months ago, and that head's crowning, and it's ready to get out of that fucking gut. So that's how we're kind of feeling. It's like we're ready to shoot out of that fucker, shoot out of the puss, and take over the planet.
Both feet forward.
Yeah.
Firmly planted on the ground.
So what's up, Brett? Brett Austin, my homeboy from Redondo. He is coming up on his XXX reunion too. I don't know if they already had it. Brett, I saw that Bishop Montgomery had theirs, and I saw a bunch of pictures of the people that I went to high school with, or went to junior high with,
right,
at St. James. So that was kind of cool. They went on to Bishop Montgomery. Brett went to South High. So they should be having theirs. I don't know, whatever. On September 14th, I'm already remember I was telling you about having doubts, like when it comes up close to the time, I think about canceling.
Cancel the show.
Yeah, like I don't know how many times I thought about canceling the reservations at the hotel and not going to the reunion, but I think I'm going to do it. Fuck it.
Dialed in.
So September 14th, I will be in the South Bay. I'm trying to make a weekend out of it up there and come up. We'll be up there for that weekend. Up in the old stomping grounds, Redondo Beach, and we're going to try and make a weekend out of it. When you got the little Rugrats, and it makes it a little bit tough to make any commitment to longer than a day, but we're going to try hard. We're going to try hard to hang out up there for a minute. Maybe we'll bring them and bring the sitter. What's up, Brett? I hear some music in the background. What is it, upstairs?
That's upstairs.
So, ¿qué pasó? What's going on, dude? Haven't seen you in a while. We're here, number 49. Ready to, I'm getting some reverb. But anyway, so we were talking about like progressing with the show and getting it. I don't like that sound. That sounds terrible. Getting it to the point where we want to get. Yeah, that was awful. But getting it to where we want to be long term. Like I sit back and I was telling Kathy that sometimes, you look at the show and you feel like it's really like getting there, and then other times you feel like a fucking loser and it's not going nowhere. And so I don't know. I guess it's all that mental. It's kind of like, to make it a kind of weird, put it in perspective. Not really, but you look at some of these actors and stuff and singers and whatever, and they got all the money in the world and they're doing shows and they're touring and they're still not happy. Like Demi Lovato with the overdose.
Yeah.
And she's like super positive person, blah blah blah, all the bullshit, which just goes to show you that it's all fucking fake. But so you can like be achieving what you want, be where you want to be, and still not feel it.
That's true. That's real true.
So I try and keep it in perspective. Like, I don't feel like we're anywhere close to where we want to be, but in reality, we're not too far away. So it's kind of, you had the little volume on. So now I think it's getting a little closer and things are getting there. Yeah, Brett and Redondo. Fucker's like halfway watching the show. Either that or he's getting old as fuck. But, The
delay.
No, he's fucking.
He's right there with us.
He's getting it when he gets it. Yeah, for in Redondo, we're going to be there for the Triple X reunion, the 30th reunion for Redondo High. South High's probably having one too. You heard about it?
South High's having one?
In the news, have you heard? But no, just fucking with you. But yeah, we're going to be up there. We're going to stop by, dude. You better make some time. Don't go anywhere. Don't go on any fucking business trips or Alaska fishing trips and show all the pictures. Fucking bragger.
Oh, is that what he does? He does the fishing? And...
Goes online and shows all the pictures of all the big fish he caught. Fucker.
Damn, that's cold-blooded. Cold-blooded, man.
A little fentanyl. That's what she was doing. She was freebasing, what was it? Oxycodone laced with fentanyl.
That's just too much.
Yeah. In October at Old Moises. What's that? I don't even know what the fuck that is. R10 now?
Old Voices?
Oh, it used to be the name of a place, I guess. Yeah, ours is out at that Crown Royal, fucking some hotel in the King Harbor. Mooses. Oh, like the Moose Lodge? I don't know. Fuck, I'm so out of... Dude, I listen to the radio, I don't even know what the fuck any songs are. I can't even tell anymore what's going on. Moose McGillicuddy's. All right. Well, we're at just some regular fucking stupid hotel. Ours is, it's where it's been forever and ever. It's where I think they had prom down in the King Harbor, the whatever kind of hotel, Crown something hotel. Anyway, we'll be there. If you're a listener of the show or you're a fan of the show, come and check it out. We will be there September 14th. It's a Friday. We'll probably hang out Friday, Saturday. Maybe I'll bring the kids and they can camp out in the hotel and
That'll be cool.
Swim and shit. They like that. But then I got to take somebody, my mom, which, now she's getting old, so she's almost like having a third child. And then I got to take a babysitter.
A little younger?
Well, mom's not, you mean the babysitter?
Yeah.
Well, that's what I would hope for, but, mom's not completely, Kathy's not completely cool with the young babysitter, filling in when she's tired and shit,
Yeah.
No, not yet.
Not gonna happen. Not yet.
One day she might just say, like, fuck it, don't want to put in the work, fucking here.
Too soon.
But you know what? I might get old so fast that I don't even give a fuck. Like, if hypothetically I'm out at a show and some chick says, shows a little interest, and it's like, hey, nice show. I'd like to suck your cock.
Right off the bat.
Or, let's get out of here and go fuck. It actually, hypothetically, crosses my mind that it could potentially be too much work. How fucking old are you that you're like, yeah, that pussy sounds great. Probably tastes really good too.
Yeah.
But yeah,
A lot of work.
it might be too much work.
Too much work.
I think I'm going to go ahead and pass.
Just give it the old... look at it and be like, geez, that's what they look like these days. Okay.
Well, don't get me wrong. Kathy has a hard time keeping up with the pace.
Yeah.
But...
the pacemaker?
No. I got one of those appetites where I need dessert on a daily basis. So, sometimes it could be a hostage situation 2 times a day. So, she signed up for it. She's got to put in the work. That's how it works.
She's beating you off with a stick?
Yeah. I feel like I'm fucking... but sometimes that hostage situation is a nice little role play. It's kind of fun.
It's good. Role play. That's
right. That's what I'm calling it.
That reminds me of
right.
Yeah.
Sometimes you got to take it. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. I don't care what the law says.
What you see, what you hear, and what it actually is are entirely different things.
So we were talking about the other week. I don't know, is there anything you want to cover that happened during the week?
Let's still, this week just been kind of quiet.
Yeah.
Just kind of rolling around.
You know what's scary? It's like very quiet around town. Like we were out and everybody's talking about how there's nobody out. There's nobody around town. During the day, there's nothing going on. I mean, it's like fucking ghost town. I don't know what's going on. Maybe they're back to school. Everybody's staying indoors, whatever. Maybe the threat of the orange man, fucking, I don't know. Who knows what's going on?
It's a little sticker shock because the kids are now back in school and the parents are trying to adjust to their lives and schedules again. And oh my goodness, I see people taking off 30 minutes earlier now so they can get past the schools before the build up and the rush, so they didn't get to work on time. I'm not affected. I mean, my kids are grown, so I don't have that shuffle.
Yeah, but it doesn't explain why you still hang out at all the schools.
I'm just looking at all those moms.
This motherfucker's parked out in front of the fucking...
Looking at all those moms that are out there. Now that their schedule's freed up, I know where the sweet-looking mamas are at. They're not going anywhere.
I drop off the kids, and there's all the does anybody work?
It doesn't look like it. I mean,
how is everybody dropping off their kids and hanging out? And then you got the little mom crews that all like have their little buddies and they're all standing around talking and shit. And it'll be a half hour after the kids went in, and they're still out there trading war stories and shit. I was like, do these bitches work?
Oh, they don't work.
Yeah.
Didn't you just see her yesterday at the same drop-off spot?
I mean, it's unbelievable. I wish I would have been smarter in life and fucking. Well, I don't know. Mine takes good care of me.
You're doing all right.
I think I did all right.
You're doing all right.
She's good looking. Yes. Fucking takes care of me.
Yes.
I'm all right with it. I think I did all right. She says stuff about like, me getting old. And sometimes I feel it more lately than before. But getting old, I always thought was just a number and I could still go out there and do all the shit. And now I'm starting to realize my limitations.
Uh-oh.
And I'm starting to realize, like, that I am getting old, And then she's like, you're going to be... She likes to play that fucking numbers game. I hate that shit. But she likes to play that numbers game like, you're going to be this old when your kids are this old. And I'm like, God. I hate that.
Horrible.
Yeah. It's making me feel like fucking... And she's like, that's what you get for having kids. Well, look, it wasn't my idea. Let's get that fucking straight in the beginning. Yeah, because I was cool. But I married the younger wife. She wants to have kids. I got to, okay, whatever. What am I going to say? No. So I'm happy with the two little fuckers I got. That's nice.
I'm so happy the kids are out.
Yeah, they're cool.
What did she just say?
They're cool. I don't have a problem with it at all. But would she say something? But I'm good with it. But she's like, well, you're going to be 50 years old. It's so having kids so old and all that, and like kind of throwing it in my face. And I'm like, that would matter if I wasn't a fucking rock star, But I can keep on doing this baby making bullshit till 70. So don't fucking pull my strings, man.
Hot.
Don't fucking pull my strings. I'm good.
I got you.
I'm good. I'm ready to procreate. You want a couple more? Untie those tubes, fucker, and let's go. Hey, I don't know if anybody's listening on my dad's side of the family, but it's been a rough little go. My dad was jacked up for a while, got half his foot cut off. He's still not recovered. He's got cancer now in the liver. He's got a big toe that needs to come off, but they don't want to cut that off because it's not going to heal. So they're figuring just take the legs completely, which would be better, and then you don't have to worry about nothing. So, he's losing a little piece of himself,
every day.
Little by little, they're cutting something off. So it won't be, I guess I don't have no way nice to say anything, but you know, we know where it's going. It's gonna, you know, end up with putting the rest of them under. So, but not him so much as the problem right now. The problem is his sister, Maida. His younger sister found out that she had stomach cancer.
Oh, no.
And so she went to the doctor. She went to get a second opinion. And they told her that it was behind her heart, behind her lungs, in her stomach, and it's pretty much everywhere. And that there would be no reason to operate because they can't get it all out, and they don't see how chemo is really going to do all that much good. So she's saying without an absolute miracle, there's not much hope. So that's another tough one, man. I grew up with her as a kid, you know, in Redondo, right there, off of what was that street over by Redondo High? It's now a shopping center. They leveled everything. It was by an old bar called the Ebb Tide, old dive biker bar called the Ebb Tide. Anyway, so she's not doing so hot. So my dad's side of the family's taking a few blows, you know, but you know, shit happens. That's the way it is. One day we die, and hopefully it doesn't bother a whole lot of people. But there's obviously a lot of people that care about her and that feel for her, and we feel for her, and our family sends out our prayers for her.
Yeah.
Either way, we pray for her soul, you know?
Yeah. My mom, who just recently celebrated her birthday.
Happy birthday, Mom.
And also her anniversary. So she had the hindsight to marry on her birthday. She has a twin sister.
So she wouldn't forget it?
So my dad wouldn't forget it.
Oh.
Put it on him.
Right. Pops is still around?
Pops is up. Pops is doing it.
Yeah. Where are they called home?
They're in Florida. They're down in Waverly.
And the nice weather?
Not this time of year, man. Not this time of year. I was looking at some pictures from my visit.
Hurricane season? Not
yet. Almost there. It's just they got that moisture and it's hot. It's still.
Have they been beat up by those hurricanes?
You know what? Hawaii's got a hurricane. They haven't had a hurricane yet. They've run.
No, but in the past they've lived there for a while.
Yeah, they ran from the last two big ones and relocated just to get out of storm's way. And then my auntie, who's my mother's twin sister, also celebrated a birthday.
Nice.
But she has a little surgery and a little run in, you know. And it's like, you know, you start thinking, you know, we're all getting older. They're not going to be here forever.
Like when you were younger in your 20s and you heard about people dying, you're like, oh, fuck, wow, that's crazy.
That's crazy. And
then you got in your 30s and you heard, you know, a few more people dying. And you're like, man. Then you get in your 40s and you're like, oh, shit, more and more. You know, and then as you get closer to your 50s and 60s, you're like, every other day somebody's died. Yeah. And then you're like, you start thinking about it and you lay in bed and you're like, oh, fuck. I could die any minute now. It wouldn't be that crazy. Like, you know, people say like, oh, when they hear about somebody dying, they're like, wow, fuck, he was so young. She was so young. She was only 30-something. But then when you hear about somebody dying that's 48, you're like, well, he's halfway.
Yeah, I'm 48.
He lived his life. I mean, it is kind of young, but, you know, not really. I mean, almost 50. So, I mean, you know, he lived pretty good, almost 50.
Half a century. I mean,
you know, for black folks, that's like fucking, that's, you know.
I had my midlife crisis at 35.
Right.
I ain't gonna lie.
Right.
I went through some stuff at 35, and so I'm just glad to be alive.
But now I'm starting to think about it, and like my grandpa had a gazillion heart attacks, and I'm like, their health wasn't all that great, and you know.
My grandfather is still alive. He's holding on. You know, he still has his little cheats at the nursing home and everything. He goes. Remember, the best way and easiest way to get still a kiss is to talk real quiet.
Yeah, and then
as they move in,
right.
Still a kiss.
Why do you think I always like real soft?
I talk like that.
And then they move in close, and it's like
that body language.
But they get offended with the tongue down the throat thing, you know.
If you go like aggressive,
right?
It's surprising.
Yeah, it hurts them a little bit. I don't like that too much. But yeah, you know, so I started thinking about, I'm like, man, I got to get in better shape, you know?
You're in shape.
Well, a shape of some sort, but,
Yeah.
you know, some people are a circle, some people are a stick.
You're roundish.
So,
So we don't change roles in a year. We're still Pelon and Chubby.
Right.
You're just now more of the chubby person. Sorry, I got.
But I've lost, dude. I've lost quite a bit
over the year.
Yeah.
I bet you I lost more than you have.
I don't know. I was like 300 pounds at one point.
Not when we started the podcast.
Now I'm 240 something.
Oh, congrats.
So I got to get down to. I want to get down to like 175.
Before the chili cook-off or after?
Whenever, dude.
Hey, you want a piece of this?
Because I think if I get down to 175, shit's going to start working again. Like the way it's supposed to.
Machismo.
No,
knee,
just like my knee isn't going to hurt as much. I'll be able to get that full raging hard on that I used to.
I don't think your body could support a
right now it's
raging.
like 3/4 fucking wood. I need like
I don't think
and I'm talking about without the help of Viagra. With Viagra I'm fucking King Kong. But 3/4 semi wood is
so your target is 175?
Is not real pleasing.
Your target is 175?
Yeah.
That's not bad for your height, 175.
Yeah, trust me, I'll look like a fucking
deadly.
I look like a cover model.
Supermodel.
You're gonna have to fucking stand in line.
Supermodel. Yes, sir.
So, a couple of things that we talked about before. I was looking online, and kind of, I don't know if it's so much chat me, but we gave, you gave Vicky some pretty good props on the show.
Yeah, I know we commended her.
You know, for her run on America's Got Talent, which I think, is she still on there?
She's still in?
And so she's like, well, you know, we talked to her about doing a show, and she's like, well, you know, I can't commit to anything or whatever, which is a little disturbing, because I look at the comedy preview, as we do every week.
As we do. And, you know, sometimes you size it up that what you see is not worth even talking about. So we've skipped a couple of weeks, not because he's not doing the work. He's going there. He's not seeing anything.
I just don't want to. I don't want to offend anybody.
Sorry, folks.
I mean, it's that bad. But the disturbing part, or not, I guess I shouldn't really care. But I go through all these clubs from the Irvine Improv all the way down to San Diego to La Jolla and up. And I pull up the Madhouse Comedy Club.
Yeah.
And guess who is playing there? Which, that place isn't famous for fucking paying people. It's barely a comedy club as it is. And I think they better check themselves real quick on what they're posting on the bottom. It says award-winning kitchen. I'd like to see what award that is.
No, actually, I would give them credit for that. When Carl Prohaska was there,
right,
they did win awards. Now that he's gotten the chef, he built a very good kitchen.
Right.
And his staff was on point. They did win awards.
Okay. All right.
So now there's no
guy's saying
there.
It's true.
No longer there.
Oh, he's no longer there?
He's no longer there. He's moved on to bigger, better things.
But they're living on the laurels.
On the credits. It's still our kitchen, but the staff that's there is not even guys. You got to know the inside parts, folks.
Okay.
I ain't tell you.
Anyway, so that place isn't been known for really taking care of comics, maybe one or two or whatever the fuck. Anyway, I just don't like the place, so it doesn't matter. But I look.
You would be caught dead there anyway.
No,
and I look. Screaming,
I will never ever. So guess who was playing there with America's Got Talent plastered all across the front of her flyer, whatever the fuck it is Vicky Barbalak.
Okay,
I would say that's pretty much a commitment.
Yes.
So whatever, you know, and I can't believe that they're paying her like stupid money, because they don't pay anybody fucking stupid money. You know, which is a shame. Anyway,
I would venture to guess, and this was probably not even shade, but you know, it's like I've seen people build. I mean, Doug Stanhope even. I mean, they'll wrangle and grab and say, hey, let's do this and whatever. And
he's done it, right?
Yeah.
But he did the AVN Awards. Okay. Yeah. He's done some big shows.
Yeah.
But would you say he's in the top of any list of comics?
No, sir.
No. Okay.
No, sir.
So at least we agree on that.
Yeah.
We don't agree on much, folks, but at least we agree on that.
Yeah, that's true.
So yeah, that's kind of whatever.
And then there's purported people that carry themselves in a certain way. I mean, Patty Phillips, the queen of everything. She's a very popular. She's got a one-woman show, and she does fill up tiny rooms and throws great wine parties and everything like that. And it's not for the comedy per se, but she does these one-woman shows, holds her on, and does fill a room. But it's a social gathering, and she creates it, and she does it every 3 months or something like that.
Like, does it
build? It's not a show.
It doesn't matter what we think, I guess. It's whatever sells tickets, huh?
Yeah.
Doesn't matter what's funny.
Yeah.
Really. When you really break it down and you really think about it, it's not what's funny.
Okay. I posted in the Comedians Helping Comedians. And I really did. I wanted to know. And I was kind of trolling at the same time, but I really wanted to know why bringer shows still flourish. At first, it was slow building, but now everybody and their mama's not even letting it go. Some people still use the bringer thing to run their operations, to make money. So a lot of comedians, they hate bringers. They don't, I don't trust bringers. I don't need bringers in our scene. But I asked.
But they still do it.
Everybody does it.
And you know what's funny is they're like, I hate bringers, but they're a fucking bringer.
You're a bringer.
That's what they are.
Your bar show, no tab, no free shows.
Are you getting paid? Are you getting paid to do the show?
It's a no for me.
If you're not getting paid, you're a bringer.
Or you got to bring 5 people to get on the show. You got to bring a number of people before you can perform. That's a bringer. A lot of people kept asking, what is a bringer? And it's detailed.
Right.
It's detailed. If you have to bring somebody in order to perform and get more time by the number of people you bring, but you don't get paid for the show, you just made money for the venue.
Right.
You may have made money for that promoter. Oh, no doubt. You made money for that.
You know my rule. If you're collecting at the door, you're paying.
If you're collecting at the door, then the talent is paid. That's how a paid
you don't collect. You don't collect at the door.
If you don't collect
at the door and then don't pay people.
You don't collect at the door and pass a bucket and not pay people. That's some bullshit right there. So some of you little breweries, your little bar shows and everything like that, you figured, okay, well, I'll pay the top 2 guys or the draws. Dude, everybody that came to be part of that show made the show, so everybody should get paid. So if you pass in a bucket, everybody should get from that bucket.
And they know I pay. I pay.
Absolutely.
I have no problem. Everybody gets paid. Nobody works for free at our shows. But the last couple of weeks, I paid the headliners, and I couldn't pay anybody else because I lost $150, $200, $300, whatever. So hopefully we'll get some of that back, Oh,
yeah, we're rolling.
But that doesn't ever slow us down. Now that we're on this topic, we might as well go through the comedy preview.
Let's do comedy preview.
The comedy preview for Thursday, the 23rd, 4th, 5th, and 26th from the Irvine Improv down the 15, making its way back up the 5. Let's tell you what's going on. This is interesting, man. Remember I was telling you that I was listening to that podcast with that chick from the Bunny, when she was the house mom for the sorority.
Oh, yes.
What's her name? Anna Faris.
Anna Faris.
Yeah. And I think I saw her sister. Is her sister a comic too? Or an actress or something? Yeah. And
yes.
She, the same name, but looks kind of like her, sort of. Anyway, that chick's hot. All right, so it's funny. I was listening to that show, and the one episode that I happened to pick out, there was a guy on there named Bert Kreischer. Kreischer. Anyway, the guy supposedly he does comedy, but he does a style in which he tells outrageous stories about himself, which he says are all true.
Okay.
So he was telling a story how he went to Russia on a school trip and then somehow was hanging out with the Russian mob. And they dubbed him the Machine. And so they were traveling, and the mob, one mob, you're traveling from one city to the next, and so one mob controls this city, and then another mob controls the other city. And so there was like a handoff, kind of. And so the other mob is like, he was protected. Or anyway, he goes to tell this whole story how he's partying, just fucking partying his ass off in situations that he could have been killed. And then he would say, like, he's riding on the train and shit happened, and they would say, oh, he's the Machine. And so, like, he got all this crazy respect from the Russian mob, and everybody knew him as the Machine. Anyway, so he's telling these stories, and his whole life has been like one outrageous story after another.
Okay.
So it was cool. Listen, like this guy was like the degenerate James Bond. Like cruising across the world, has no job, has no talents, is nothing, and just living whatever came at him. And some crazy situations, whatever. Anyway, the guy he's just a walking highlight reel of crazy shit. So I thought it was kind of cool, Bert credit. So I'm listening and I was engaged, and so the beauty of a podcast is you can hear the guy's voice. He's well spoken, so you're like, fuck, this is cool, man. Like this guy's. Well, I go online and I see that he's at the Irvine Improv on the looks like the 23rd, 24th, 25th.
Wow.
And I see the photo. Okay, let me paint this picture for you. And you're older like me. Like now, everybody's cool. It doesn't matter if they're in the chess club or not; they're accepted.
Right.
Right. Like because there's no fucking bullying, there's no hating, there's no awards, there's no they're a dork. There's no more of those groups anymore.
Cliques.
Like
Okay.
Like band Twinkies, drama Twinkies. There's no more. We don't use those words anymore. Because somebody might hang themselves in the closet or something.
Oh, you're talking. Okay.
Right.
Yeah,
so it's not cool anymore.
No, it's not cool.
Because before we used to label the fuck out of everybody, right? So this guy Bert, to me, appears when I pull up the website for the Irvine Improv, like he would have been like either the band Twinkie or drama Twinkie, but then he grew out this beard that's cool now.
Yeah.
And so now he's cool. It's like putting on a tattoo and then you're tough. All of a sudden you get a tattoo and you know how to do MMA and shit, or you buy a motorcycle and you're a fucking badass fucking biker, No, you're the same fucking idiot. You just bought a cool bike. You're not cool, but the bike's fucking cool, right?
Yes.
You're not tough, but that tattoo's fucking tough. All right, so this guy's got a beard and he's fucking a fat fuck. And I'm just like, yeah, those stories to me now that I see you are not that believable.
Maybe, yeah,
they're not. And it may be true.
Maybe.
You might be the fucking stud that you claim to be.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you what, I look at those pictures and I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Really? I should have never looked at your picture because when I heard you on the show, on that podcast with Anna Faris, I was like sold. I was like, dude, this guy Bert, he's the coolest motherfucker on earth, dude.
You're gonna make me look him up.
Hey, there's nobody. Like the only dude cooler than him is probably Jesus, like walking on water and shit, right? And then I see this picture, and I'm like, are you fucking kidding?
Well, the Dos Equis
This is
guy.
the guy
He's
that.
like the Dos
I mean, he
Equis
does
guy.
have some nice blue eyes.
It's like the Dos Equis guy, right?
Yeah, like really, the most interesting man in the world. Like, who sold you that bag of fucking shit and told you that it was fucking gold? Do you really believe he's the world's most interesting man? Dos Equis does. But who in the fuck are they?
But they were easy to replace him, so hey, we got a new.
That's like I've been battling with these bitches on Nextdoor. You know what Nextdoor is?
Oh my God, still?
Right. It's all the community chiming in on shit. And we have a little issue around here with the dispensaries. I don't care what they're selling. I don't care what they're doing. I mean, some people that know me know what I was doing before. But I don't really care what they're doing. It's how they're doing it. How they act irresponsibly. And they act like, here's the issue. These guys act like they're helping the community out. They still call their customers patients.
Right.
All right, look, fuckers, they're not patients. You're not helping them out. You know nothing about what you're selling. You're just selling the shit. You don't ask any questions when you buy it from the fucking people. You don't know if it's organic. You don't know if they're using pesticides. You don't know shit about it. You got these dingy bitches that are sitting at the counter with their tits out selling it.
Yeah.
Do you think they really know what they're selling? They barely know they're fucking alive.
Oh
they barely found their way to work that day. They can barely wipe their own ass. So are you really doing a service to the community? Are you really using it as medical marijuana? Are you really just not hiding behind a fucking blanket? Are you really just selling somebody a pile of shit? You know, when they said that they were buying weed for $2,300 a pound, $2,500 a pound, $2,800 a pound, and all of a sudden they started buying it for $1,400. You know why? Because it was greenhouse. Greenhouse is outdoor grown in a greenhouse, right? It is not indoor. It's not organic. It's not fucking good weed. But guys that figured out a way to manipulate strains and make them look like indoor, it's called fuller weed. Why is it called fuller weed? Because it fools people.
Nice.
Like fool's gold.
What's up, Tim?
It is not the top shelf shit. And they're putting it in jars and selling it off as a top shelf shit. Well, guess what, people? They bought it for fucking $1,200. $1,200 a pound. That's half of what they used to pay. Guess what? You go into that dispensary, what are Ace selling for? The same price that they were selling for when they were paying almost $3,000 a pound. Now they're paying half of that. So what would the cool thing to for a non-profit organization that is taking care of their patients, that cares about motherfuckers? You would think that they would cut the prices in half to take care of their patients, right? Bullshit. These fucking thieving motherfuckers are keeping the prices the same. But they're cool people. They're fighting a cause, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're giving weed to everybody. They're cool people. Yeah, well, they're stuffing the money in their fucking bank or in their pillow or in their mattress. Yeah, you think they're fucking cool? If they were cool, if they were giving it to you for free, but they're not giving it to you for free, fuckers.
On my way here, I did stop at the liquor store, and I did realize that the dispensary right there.
Right.
Guys are in vests, parking, people are coming in. Everybody's leaving happy and everything.
Right.
Look at these little kids. Look at these little...
And just giving their money freely.
Just...
Like, for nothing.
Wow.
Full price.
Damn.
These people are making stupid amounts of money, and you fuckers believe that they're out for your best interest still. They could give a fuck about you. Fucking wake up, man. It was better when weed was fucking illegal. Trust me on that. You know, because people fucking grew good shit and you paid for good stuff. Now you can't even find the good shit. And if you find it, they're overpricing it. And then people are paying this 30, 40% tax for what? For what? Visit your local fucking weed dealer. Fuck these shops.
Government.
Visit your local weed dealer and fucking do it the way we used to do it.
Government.
Fuck these shops, motherfuckers. All right, so...
Back to the
comedy review. All right, so anyway, this fucking dude, did you look him up, The Machine?
No, I didn't look. I was
tell me if I'm being harsh, bro. So $35 are tickets.
What?
$35.
At the Irvine Empire.
And you know what? I look at this, I'm like, what are they talking about? And it just proves that I know nothing. I really know nothing. I know nothing because guess what? He's got shows that are sold out.
I'm
for $35 a ticket. What the fuck do I know? And you don't even think he has a joke. It's just stories about him going around and fucking people around the world.
Must be a following.
He's telling stories about almost dying and fucking. You know, with the following that he has, it's probably the same ones that follow Steve-O.
Ouch, that hurt, man. Next.
All right, going to Pachanga. Somebody on the roll of some talent agency in L.A., Adam Cousins. Speaking of Russian mafia, Cousins. Adam Cousins. What's your name? What's your name, bro?
Cousins.
Adam Cousins.
Cousins. I am Cousins.
Fuck with me, my family will kill you. Cousins. All right. I don't have much to say about that. It's $18. And like I always say, if you're at the fucking craps table and you're losing your ass, go watch a comedy show and laugh it off.
Yeah, and get back out there.
And get back, yeah. It's an hour and a half that you won't be blowing money at the craps table. All right. Comedy Palace. What?
No, I was trying to think if something's going on. I'm there to Saturday.
Raymond Orta.
Yes.
Is going to be there with Pinche
Peter.
Well, it's the production. He's not. I don't think he's going to be. Anyway, but that's only Wednesday, Thursday.
And tonight and tomorrow.
Right. The two throwaway nights have been dubbed the throwaway nights. Michael Malone is there on Saturday. $20. I don't think these fuckers are headlining anywhere else but that fucking toilet.
Well, I'm opening for Michael Malone on Saturday.
Right.
So.
Which is proper.
I'll take a bullet.
No, it's proper. But
get paid.
Is this motherfucker headlining anywhere else? Okay, sure. So, American Comedy Company, $30. A bunch of sold out shows. He's only there Thursday, Friday.
Oh.
All right. Now get this. Friday he's doing 3 shows.
Damn.
7:30, 9 something, and 11:30. 3 shows in one night. That's pretty fucking hardcore. So I went on. His name is Eric Andre.
Oh shit. Oh,
now,
really?
So I go on his show.
Go on his website.
And he is on the Adult Swim. What the fuck is that? What a
You're not plugged in, man. You're not plugged in.
I know. I guess I'm out of the fucking loop.
Out of the loop.
But what is Adult Swim? What kind of channel? What the fuck is that?
They have cartoons for adults. They have different
Adult
kind of stuff.
Swim.
Adult Swim.
Who the fuck came up with that name? Must have been him and his crew.
No.
Anyway, this dude is like
hilarious.
This dude is a writer, creator,
yes.
like of the show. So I watched it.
Yeah.
The clip they have on there.
Okay.
Maybe there's something wrong with me.
Are you getting old, Rick?
Dude.
Are you the crabby old dude?
No. You know what? And you know I'm out there a little bit, right?
Yeah.
Like I do weird shit. You know, I'm out there. I'm a little abstract on some of my shit.
Uh-huh.
This.
Okay.
I don't even know how. It's outrageous. Like, I don't even know how people call it fucking comedy, though. Like, okay, so he's interviewing this guy.
Okay.
He comes out, he pushes over the table.
Okay.
His desk. It's like a talk show setting. Then the guy sits down, he fixes his desk. He tells him, be cool, your dad's in the crowd. They flash to his dad, who's obviously not his dad. He's a white dude with a fucking horseshoe working. And this guy's a black guy. And so he sees his dad and he starts fucking crying. There's not a lot of questions going on.
Okay.
Then this guy busts in, another white dude with the horseshoe shit. I guess all fucking ugly ass white dudes are on the show.
Okay.
And he starts yelling something into the microphone like he's one of those activists at an award ceremony. And then this lady starts to sing the song. Black lady singing this nice song. And this guy, Eric, the host of the show in his shirt and tie, they flash back over to him. He's got his pants down and he's farting into the microphone with ass cheeks out.
I'm going to say, I didn't see that clip, but I have seen and I've heard he is hilarious. And I mean, there's many flavors of comedy. And what I saw was, pretty hilarious. I sat and it did entertain.
All right, that's why I asked Guy. I bounce this shit off a guy.
Bounce it.
All right,
it's
so
and he's doing 3 shows. So hey,
obviously, yeah. And what do I know? Sold out too.
Sold out.
I think all of them.
Yes.
or pretty close to, whatever.
Yes.
So, I mean, you know, I'm going back to, like, I don't know shit.
It's not that you don't know shit. It's just you're cut from a different towel. Or cut from a different... Where were you? Cut from a different...
Who?
You're cut from a different
wearing,
cloth.
Oh.
And you.
What do you mean, like where I see funny or I don't know funny or what?
Well, no, you're set in your ways. Let's do it that way.
I'm set in my ways.
You're set in your ways.
I'm set in my ways because
that's what you're used to. That's what I mean. Because you was watching that show where what looked like soft porn, and they're doing anal and suggestive and stuff like that, and you're shocked on primetime television.
Yeah, on TNT.
Yeah.
No, you know what? And I think they heard me.
It's dead because they don't play it anymore.
No, because they. You know what? This week they showed this girl getting fucked, and she's hot, like 2 times.
They know,
and they had no gay sex.
They know their audience.
You know, maybe they got some reviews that were like, "Hey, we got enough of that fucking homo loving."
The watchers went away. We need them, get them back. So let's put some hot chicks on there getting screwed.
Yeah, dude, she was smoking hot too, Mexican chick.
Yeah. Where else? Yeah.
So, yeah, that was the season finale.
Oh, that was it. So got a cliffhanger to get you to watch next.
But dude, they got some hot Mexican chicks on that show.
What's the name of the show again?
Animal Kingdom.
Yeah.
Filmed right there in Oceanside. I like the show. People are like, oh, it's fucking a shitty show, hacky show, whatever. I like it. I think it's fucking cool. You know?
So it'll be, the third season now, and the writing's
third or fourth season? Third?
Yeah. I don't know. The writing's going to get kind of suspect, and then we'll see.
Yeah. But it was cool because at the very end, the grandma or the leader of the whole, their last name is Cody.
Cody, yeah.
It's the Cody family, right?
Right.
So Smurf is the leader of it, and she's badass. That bitch has no fucking heart.
No heart.
And so Jay is her grandson, and she fucking killed his dad, probably killed his mom.
Probably, yeah.
You know, and so he whispers in her ear, "I'm gonna take everything you have, everyone you care about." And something else, whispering in her ear while she's sleeping, and that was the end of that season.
Oh my gosh! Cliffhanger.
Yeah, I'm gonna fucking crush you.
That's the worst. If you hear that in your sleep and you're like,
yeah. So now we got to figure out, did she really hear it? Fuck. But that was intense. Wow. All right. So Raymond Orta, Michael, you're on. So I won't talk that much shit about that show. You're on there. Eric is down at the American Comedy Company. Madhouse, fuck them. They don't, like I said, big, but she's not there for. Anyway, they got nothing good going on. And so, and here's the other thing. Remember, I was talking to my buddy Larry up in San Francisco.
Yeah.
About who's that? Marisol.
Yeah.
What's up? What's up?
What's up, Marisol?
Thanks for joining in. I talked to the KFC man.
Okay.
What's his Norm McDonald.
Yeah.
And Dana Carvey and my buddy Larry. And so I asked about Rob Schneider. Well, how much do you think La Jolla Comedy Club, the Comedy Store, is paying Rob to do that place? Tickets are $30. I mean, I don't know, man. I just don't know if. But anyway, he's there Friday and Saturday night doing 2 shows. If he's going to do that place, you don't think he could do a show, 5 shows up in Tracy? In a 500-seat theater?
I think he could. If he's doing the Comedy Store.
He's doing the Comedy Store, 200-seater in La Jolla, 2 shows. Unless he's on vacation or something, it's like, fuck it, let me pick up, $2-3 grand real quick. Yeah. But we're talking about paying him like almost $10 grand. So that was another one of my little fucking... Like, somebody's not saying whatever.
When is Paul Reiser pulling into? I saw that one hit the calendar. I guess that's a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, but not this week.
Okay.
All right, so let's get off of this shit. Again, it's a little bit disappointing, but Rob Schneider it sparks my interest a little bit for $30 at the Comedy Store in La Jolla. And then this Bert Kreischer. At the Irvine Improv. Put it this way, if you're up in LA and you want to hear some cool stories that may or may not have happened, I would suggest one thing, though. If you're going to watch the show and you're going to pay $35 to watch The Machine, watch it with your eyes closed.
Listen to the voice.
Just listen to the voice.
Like you listen to our voices.
You'll walk away and you'll be like,
forget the Facebook.
Fuck, that was an amazing show.
Forget the Facebook.
But the minute you open your eyes and you're like, fuck
the
no.
Video.
There's no way that could have happened.
And listen to our voices.
There's no way that could have happened. He's full of shit.
I'm going to try something right now with you, ladies and gentlemen. Just close your eyes and listen.
Close your eyes.
To the sultry sounds of Pelon and Chubby.
Hey, the voice will melt you. Trust me. Especially when I wake up in the morning. If you ladies aren't wet, if you you should turn on your podcast early in the morning, like when you first wake up, and put it by your pillow and just turn it on with your eyes closed. And if you're not soaking wet within 5 minutes, I'll give you your money back.
Hey, we'll even suggest another show for you to listen to because we bring in that heat. We bring in that heat.
So the pick of the week, I am going to go with Rob Schneider at the La Jolla Comedy
That's what's up.
Club, just because I'm kind of curious, and who knows, man. He's all right in the Adam Sandler movies and all that stuff, and he's been trying this comedy thing for 2, 3 years, 4 years, whatever, and he has some pretty good coaches in Norm Macdonald and Dana Carvey, so how bad can he be?
How bad can he be?
That's always the question. How bad can he be? Like, a lot of, we've all made bad decisions in life, but at least this is only a $30 decision that you'll fuck up on.
Right?
So don't worry about it.
It's just another day.
Yeah. So just go donate to the millions that fucker already has. Yeah.
Well, I got a special treat for you for next week's Pelon and Chubby series number 3. The headliner, Carly Harris-Carr, is going to be...
now she's putting in her other name?
Well, she's happily divorced.
Uh-huh.
She has an interesting story. You guys have got to peep this chick out. She is just amazing. I'm trying to get her on the phone right now and see if we can get her up live so you guys get a little piece of Carly.
Is she uppity and shit, or she can be nice?
She's
because I will fuck her up if she's not.
Okay, well, hey, she'll come with it. Don't.
Trust me.
Let's do this.
I've been looking for a bitch that can stay with me.
Ding, ding. And in this corner, let me see if I can get her on the line.
So, guys, talking about August. What is it, 30th?
August 30th.
30th is a Thursday night down at the Wildwood Restaurant and Bar here in beautiful Vista, California. 8 p.m. Get there about 7, though. Or no, 6:30 for the podcast.
We're going to be live.
6:30 to 7:30, we're doing the Pelon and Chubby podcast live from the Wildwood Restaurant and Bar in Vista down on Civic Center and Vista Village Drive. Come and check it out. It's going to be a blast. We'll be doing the 6:30 to 7:30 podcast, and then 8 p.m. we're going to start the live comedy show, a stand-up comedy show from Carly Harris-Carr. She's going to be headlining the show. We're going to have the cast of the Pelon and Chubby show, and Guy is actually going to host.
Oh, but I was doing a new bit. But I'm hosting.
So what? You can do your bit when you open.
Okay, yeah. No, that'll be awesome.
Why not?
That'll work.
You got a 5-minute opening.
No, it's gonna take a little bit. Okay, fine.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes.
So Guy's gonna host. I'm gonna feature.
Nice.
So that is I'm gonna do 15 minutes of mostly new, some old, and you know what? I think I might put that on Facebook.
Oh snap!
We'll see.
Oh snap!
But and then Carly's going to headline, and it's going to be a great show. If you're anywhere in the North County, San Diego County, Orange County area, make a trek down to Vista, California, the new Hops Highway down the 78. All the microbrew, they don't call it that anymore. They call it craft beer breweries are down here. We got them all. We got Mother Earth, award-winning Mother Earth. We got... everybody knows about Stone Brewery.
The Stone is in there.
We have Iron Fist. What else is over here? Belching Beaver. There's a shitload of them. What is it? Wavelengths is down there on Main Street. There's a shitload. I can't even name them all. But they're down here. Come and check them out. Make a weekend out of it. But definitely stop by Wildwood. They got a full bar, full menu. The food's decent. Check it out. And check out a great comedy show for $10. $10 is a bargain. I went to the movies. You know how much the movie is? Fucking $24.
Dude, I took my wife and my son out to go see the Black Klansman, and if I didn't have my little movie passes, it was like $47 for 3 people.
Dude, one ticket for that. What is 3D, 4D, 4Max, all that bullshit?
$17, right?
And do you still have to wear those fucking glasses?
You gotta still wear the glasses.
I hate that shit.
And just to barely even get an effect.
$24 for that.
$17 for the what 3D?
No, 24. We're gonna go see the Meg.
You went to go see Meg?
No, we're going to
in 3D, and you saw that $24. You're like, oh no.
No, but the regular price is $11.50 or some shit.
Hell no.
And that's still a lot. Our comedy show's only $10, and fuck, we can barely get people to show up for that.
Carly, I got you there, babe?
You got me here.
How you doing?
Has she been listening?
Yes. Oh well, we're about to put her on the hot seat. Ladies and gentlemen, you guys got a special preview. We got Carly. Carly Carr. We've been tossing around the name, but she's happily divorced. She is an amazing comic. I've featured. I've had her on my show. I've known her from several years back, and every time she comes, she just brings it. And so we're glad to have her on this episode, and we're glad to give her a little preview, a little peek tonight. Rick has never dealt with her, but I'm gonna let her loose on this one. Say what's up, Carly.
Hey, what's up? How you doing, Rich? It's nice to meet you.
A pleasure to meet you, Carly. Hey, once you got to go by the car. Was it Carly Carr? You got to get rid of that Harris. Fuck that. When you dump the old man, you got to get rid of that other baggage.
Well, see, now I can't tell all my business, but Carr is my stage name. I wouldn't take that Buster's name to Hollywood.
That's what I'm talking about. You got to leave that dead shit behind. But hey, I used to live up in Oakland for like almost 20 years, you know, so I've had my fill of all the good stuff. Trust me.
Yeah, you from Oakland, you ain't no joke.
20 years down here, 20 years up in Oakland. So yeah, I've had my fill of all of that. It's been a blast, but I'm looking forward to seeing your show. I haven't had the pleasure of seeing it before, but August 30th, we're going to have you up there headlining. Guy's going to host it. I'm going to feature for you, and we're going to bring it. It's going to be a blast.
Day. I'm looking forward to it, too. I've never been to the Wildwood restaurant and bar, but I hope you guys are ready for me, because this is how I bring it raw and up front.
Hey, we are ready for you. It just happens to be at that fucking toilet of a place. No, it's fine.
That's okay. I know some of my best audiences at toilets. So,
hey, you know what? Like they say, it's the shit. No, but that place, hey, it's an intimate room. It's nice. You can. It's not a big room or anything, so you really get to feel your crowd. And we've had 2 shows there so far, and it's been fun. It's been absolutely fun. It's fun. They got a full bar, which is the most important thing to me. And they got food, so that's good. And now there's no shows around in town or nothing, so this is perfect. We're bringing a professional comedian down to Vista. People paying $10. That's all it is, $10.
Right. Well, I look forward to meeting Abby, Opie, and Barney. So bring them all up in there. You know.
Yeah. For sure. So, hey, where you call home? L.A. You hail from South Central,
Yeah,
or is that where you call home? Because comedy's on fire.
That's right.
Hey, I know it's a battle. I've been to a couple of SC games out there.
Yeah, ain't no joke out here. There's no room for punks. I tell you that.
Yeah, there ain't no room at all, man. My this dude I went to elementary school with is out there supposedly in South Central. His name is Mr. Tunes. He does
Tunes?
Mr. Tunes, I believe. Mr. Cartoon. He does tattoos for all the rich and famous out there, the wannabe thugs and shit. He's got ink on Eminem, Snoop, all of them, you know?
He's the tattoo artist for all those.
He was an artist when we were growing up as kids. And so he, now he's like, you know, hard and grew up in the ghetto. And man, that motherfucker went to Catholic school in Redondo Beach.
Right, but if he got to play that part to get that money, I ain't mad at him.
Fuck it. Sometimes you got to front to get it, right?
Yeah, well, you know, so far I haven't seen that. You know what I mean? Usually when people say, you got to, you know, who you got to fuck to get a hit around here, I'm always thinking, God, I hope none of these guys in this room. You know what I mean? I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Right.
That's usually
I usually say that when my
comics in this world. I'm just saying.
Yes.
Yeah, I usually say that when I'm sitting around in the bar and my drink runs out. Who do I got to fuck in this place to get a drink?
Yeah, one day somebody's going to show up and take you up on that offer. And he might not take no for an answer. So.
Hell yeah.
Oh, my goodness. So, Carly, you've been in the game for quite some time and everything. Your style has always been raw, rough. And
That's just how I like it.
That's perfect. Perfect. So no hold back, don't hold nothing back right now. But can you give us a little more insight on what keeps Carly going? Why has she been doing it so long?
Well, when I first got divorced, somebody told me that I couldn't do it, the person I divorced, which is why I do reign myself the happily divorced comedian Carly Carr.
Right.
Because I didn't earn that title. And I had a corporate America job when I got divorced, and I got laid off about 2 weeks after my divorce was final. And for the first year, comedy paid my bills for that first entire year. And I promised that if comedy paid my bills for 1 year, that even when I took a regular job again, I would grind so hard at it that I'll make my name be known. So that is my persona. Probably comes from having 4 older brothers, but I am a little rough around the edges. I do build myself at that. Very feminine appearance, but, you know, it takes the right kind of dude to be able to stomach me.
Oh, yeah.
Haven't found him yet, but, you know, I'm just saying. So.
Ain't nobody's going to keep you down.
Yeah, no, it's okay. I've really lowered my standards, so my chances should really raise up pretty much this
That's
year.
what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I've really lowered my standards, so I got action.
Like that favorite part of that song, you know, that song, With All Your Imperfections. I love you.
Right. My perfect imperfections.
Yeah.
They're not really feeling them, though. I'm not going to lie to you. They're not really feeling those perfect imperfections at all. So.
I like that. I think they should cut out the rest of that song and just leave it at that.
And just play that. That's it, huh?
Over and over and over. Oh, shit. Hey, you're in the right place then, because I'm fucking rough. I am abrasive. I am
That's
an
what the
acquired
guys say
taste.
about me.
Yeah, I'm an acquired taste now.
For real.
Mm-hmm.
I hear you on that one. But that's okay. I wouldn't have it any other way.
There you go.
Awesome.
Yeah, I wouldn't have it any other way. When I close my eyes, at least I know I was Carly all day today.
That's right. I gotta keep it real, my neighbor.
Yeah, that's what you got, right? My neighbor, I love it.
I let him get away with that shit.
You can trick her with that one. So, what's up, my neighbor? You can trick her, but you better say it quick. And maybe kind of do a little light jog depending on when you say it.
I let him slide. I was like, did he just say what oh, no. I had to let him slide sometime with those. I was like, what did you say?
Yeah.
That's my neighbor.
Well, that's what happens when you get a homie of the opposite race. You know, they get all kind of inside secrets and they get to slide, you know.
Man, I've been called beaner, wetback, all my life, so I don't even trip.
I hear you. Well, you don't know how many of my Mexican homegirls got weaves and French braids, so you know once they hang out with us, they really cross all the way over.
Hey,
so,
you don't have
know.
weaves and French braid and nails, but ours got like stab wounds and shit, knife cuts and bruises on the back of their head. So
yeah, that's what does it for you, huh?
Yeah, it ain't no different shit. You know, you can sometimes when you're bored in bed, you can read some of the stab wounds and actually make letters and a love letter out of that shit.
Yeah, you're a diehard romantic. I see. I see.
Oh yeah.
When I'm, you know.
Hell yeah.
I've been known to deliver once a year. On your birthday or Christmas.
Yeah, that's okay. I've met guys like that before, so.
It's not because I can't. I just don't want to.
Yeah, now that's the spirit, and you stick with that story no matter what they say. You stick with it.
So what's up, man?
I don't know.
You want to try the hot spotter, or you're just gonna let her?
Oh, on the like.
Yeah, I'm not feeling like I'm on the hot spot, but this is y'all.
You know what? I've been trying to be nice. You know, because she's gonna be doing the show.
Okay.
And I don't want to she's not here. It's not fair when you're not here. Like if you're on the air, like on the radio and stuff, that's fine. But it's tough to like really put her on the hot seat like that because you need to feel like me breathing down your neck when I put you on the hot seat.
I'll have to work something out and actually come down there because it'll probably be a lot of fun. I'll have to do that.
Okay. Well, when you come, we're going to be okay. Here's what we can do. When we do the show on the 30th, we're doing the podcast live from the venue from 6:30 to 7:30. So I don't know what time you're rolling in, but you can give, if you want to. Some of the other comics have come on the show before the show.
Spiced it up, yeah. And
kind of gave people a little preview. And we can throw you on the hot seat right there.
I mean,
I just need to know, like, what size chair, what kind of junk you working with.
I mean, because you could try, and then we don't know. We can't see her curl up in a corner. Right. She's probably sitting in her car right now.
See, I need to see your face. Like when I got you, I need to know I got you.
Yeah, you can. You can. I fear nothing. I'm not on this earth.
I need to know what you're. I need to know what you're.
Hot seat that I'm afraid of.
I need to know what you're working with. Like, do I need a bench or just a regular chair? I mean, what kind of junk you working with?
Okay, we'll see. We'll see. You say that now, but then when you're in the corner shivering like a raped lamb, then don't blame me. I'm just saying.
Don't be scared. Just come with it all. Bring it all. Don't leave any at home.
Okay, I sure won't.
Wow. So it's going to be it's going to be a hot one. You guys, if you guys have been watching the Facebook Live, you guys listen to this. Stay tuned for more previews, updates, and everything for that. Carly, we want to thank you for dropping in.
Absolutely. Thank you, Carly.
Piece of this, and letting people know what's up. You ain't no punk.
Hey, I got a feeling people are going to need seatbelts.
Thanks, guys.
When she
Thanks
comes.
for having me.
All right.
Hey, thank you.
All righty. Bye-bye.
So, yeah, buddy. That's what's up.
Yeah, I think, I haven't met her before. I haven't heard none of her stuff, but I have a feeling that people are going to be in for a good one, man. If you like your comedy a little rough, a little, what is that word that the white people like to use? Urban?
Urban.
If you like a little hot sauce on your chicken, you need to come through and check out this show because I think it's going to be off the hook.
Oh, man.
Because I like getting a little ghetto every once in a while, you know what I mean? Like I could take a shower before, but fuck it.
Fuck it.
You know, let's get dirty. Let's get down. Let's get stank.
Yeah, so y'all see some different elements. And number 3, I'm telling you, they say the best one comes.
Third one's a charm.
Comes damn straight. You just don't want to be that second motherfucker that was be like, oh man, they waiting for number 3. They waiting for number 3. We're gonna bust the cap on y'all.
See, the thing is, like, when you're the first one going through, you're the first one. Second one, you're like what they call a sloppy second. This is what it is. But the third, you already know what you're in for. You have no expectations. You know you're the third motherfucker coming through. What do you really expect? So then when you get a gem like this one's going to be, you're like, oh, fuck, you really appreciate it.
$10.
Like, it's only $10. It's less than a movie.
Get your name on the list so I can give you 10 at the door. If you don't talk to me before the show or get these paper
tickets
out my hand,
the door.
it's 15. So you got to get in there.
There's a Chinese chick working at the door and she don't fuck around.
She don't fuck around.
It's
she
$15.
Might even cut you. She'll bleed your ass.
You don't pull out that wallet fast enough, she'll cut you.
She'll cut you.
I told you it's going to get ghetto.
It's going to be nasty.
It's going to get ghetto out the Wildwood.
We're going to do this.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
Absolutely. It's going to be a blast. Y'all heard the play out music. That means we hit that particular point. But, there's some certain things that we want to carry. Want to definitely share with you guys. Find myself, Jay Feverman, Rick, if you ever cross him in the street. Just don't cross them on a bad day. Get some tickets. Get to the show because I'm telling you, this one's going to be hot. Pieces going and small, intimate. So I'm telling you, I'm not just hyping it. This is going to be the baddest motherfucking show of our series. And
I don't know. Adam brought it. Really.
Hey, Adam brought it, but there was nobody there.
But yeah, still, but the show was fucking
dope show. But I'm telling you, this one, number 3.
Oh,
hey,
Adam,
your favorite Star Wars. Which one was it? Number 3. Empire Strikes Back.
I don't even know if I saw it.
Oh, you don't? Okay,
fine. Look, hey, Adam's going to be at Comedy Pound September 14th, a Friday. The same night as my reunion, unfortunately.
I'm going to go support Adam. I can't go to the reunion. So.
Yeah, but he's good. I almost want to cancel.
You were
just
thinking
to go,
about it just to
go hang out with him on the 14th down there.
Oh, shit, I get you.
All right, so I had a rough day driving today, man.
Wait.
We went down and had dim sum in Rancho Bernardo.
The tough life of you have, man.
Hey, we almost got hit like 3 times driving. People can't drive worth a fuck. And then I get home, And the old lady's like, man, you really get fucking fired up when people can't drive. I'm like, dude, I can't handle stupid people.
It is scary out there.
You know?
I'm gripping my seat and everything but I drive like a crazy.
So I'm yelling out the window.
You're yelling,
right? Flipping this motherfucker off for almost hitting us.
I don't interfere with nobody.
No, I will, because I will pull out a bat and fucking kill the motherfucker.
You're that guy I'm afraid of. You're that guy I'm afraid of.
I will fucking murder you.
Oh,
so
God.
I'm flipping this motherfucker off, and I'm like, dude, what the fuck is with the driving, man? And then Kathy's like, he's like 80 years old. And I'm like, exactly. Where the fuck does he have to go? Look, in this world now, you can have just about anything delivered to your house. That old fucker has no need to go anywhere.
He doesn't need to pay on those extra shit.
That fucker doesn't need to go nowhere. Take his license away. The fucker doesn't need to drive no more. If you can't fucking function on the road, I'm not sorry for you.
They're going
just because
crazy trying to get out of the house, trying to find
get that motherfucker. You know what? They're inventing shit just to get out of the house.
To get them out of the house.
You know, they'll go buy one stamp every day.
Oh God.
Or they'll take $1 out of the bank every day just to get out of the house. Well, guess what? Don't endanger me or my family's fucking life. Stay off the fucking road. I don't care if you're 80 years old. Fucker, stay off the road.
Or that no-look lane change. That's just
just because you turn your blinker on doesn't mean
3 hours
carte blanche.
And then you decide
you can go. You know.
Yeah.
Or how about this? Sit at the light. Sit at the light. Fucker, it's not going to get any greener. Sit at the light. Sit at the light. It turns red. Okay, now I'm going to go. Now I'm going to go and cut you off now that it turned red. I didn't like it when it was green, but now that it's red, I'm going to go. What the fuck is going on with people, dude? It's crazy. It is absolutely nuts. So we ventured out and tried to spend some time out in general population. And now I understand why I don't do it more often. So to all of you out on the roads, to all of you out mingling with the general population, good luck to you. Thanks for joining us on the show. It's been a blast. We are Pelon and Chubby here every Wednesday for you until the 30th next week.
Yes.
We're going to be on Thursday night, so adjust your calendars. Be prepared to set your clocks back, forward, whatever the fuck it is.
Oh, my God.
Thursday, we're going to be down at the Wildwood broadcasting the Pelon and Chubby show at 6:30. Tune in Thursday night. And then Carly Carr is going to be taking the stage and whooping some ass. So come out, check it out, get tickets. Until we see you next Thursday at the Wildwood, see ya.
Good night, everybody.